Puberty is an agonizing stage in life where your body goes through some pretty weird changes. You feel like the world is against you, and you're convinced no one understands what you're going through. Even though puberty is a part of life, nothing can really prepare you for all the changes your mind and body will experience. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up, because today we're talking about 10 things we didn't expect to happen during puberty. What's that smell? One of the most horrifying stages of puberty is when your sweat glands become more active. While doing homework, going for a walk, or simply watching an action-packed movie, the body can begin sweating like there's no tomorrow. And of course, along with the sweating comes a foul smell, especially from the armpits. It's at this stage when wearing deodorant is a must. Irregular periods. Most girls anticipate getting their menstrual cycle. They know all about the monthly cramps and headaches they will experience, and they've already learned the basics on feminine hygiene products. But what they aren't told is that their period may not be regular for the first few years. For many girls who start to menstruate, it's not unusual to have multiple periods each month or to go several months in between menstrual cycles. Hunger pangs. During puberty, your metabolism and energy increases astronomically, and this is why puberty brings along an intense increase in hunger. The regular 3 meals a day simply won't cut it. Instead, it's not uncommon for an adolescent to eat all throughout the day and well into the night when everyone else is asleep. The body craves the extra calories to help build muscles, fat, and tissues. Hair everywhere. We wish we would have known that when puberty hits, our silky soft and smooth skin would grow hair in the most unusual places. For girls, they may become self-conscious about wearing shorts because their once smooth legs are now covered in hair. Thick, curly, and unruly hair also begin to grow in the armpits and genital areas. Boys may also experience a light amount of facial hair known as peach fuzz. Romantic interests. Before puberty, boys and girls usually avoid each other because they're convinced each sex has a case of the cooties. But as soon as puberty hits, romantic interest begins to grow, and all of a sudden having a crush on a boy isn't so icky after all. Puberty marks the transition from childhood into adulthood, and it's normal to experience attraction and intense feelings towards those of the opposite sex, the same sex, or both sexes. It may become hard to concentrate at school because all you can think about is planting a huge kiss on your crush's cheek. Weight gain. When puberty begins, many people aren't ready to gain weight in peculiar places. The body is constantly changing during this phase, and girls may notice that their hips begin to widen, their butt becomes a bit bigger, and their breasts start to fill out their shirts. About 70% of boys will experience gynecomastia, the development of fatty breast tissue during mid-puberty. This condition usually disappears within 2 years. Voice cracks. Along with the obvious physical changes, there are some internal changes many people don't expect to happen during puberty. For boys and girls, the larynx, which is located in the throat, will expand and the vocal cords will thicken and lengthen. During this process, the voice will screech and crack unexpectedly for a few months. After the larynx is finished growing, girls' voices deepen just slightly, but boys' voices get significantly deeper. Mood swings. We wish we would have known that going through puberty meant our bodies would go through some internal changes that would drive us absolutely nuts. During puberty, testosterone is produced in boys and estrogen produced in girls. Intense mood swings are normal, and it's easy to go from laughing and smiling to completely hating the entire world in a span of 3 minutes. Growth spurt. Going through a growth spurt is what most adolescents look forward to when it comes to puberty. But little do they know, their growth spurt may not happen at the same time as their friends. Girls usually reach puberty faster than boys, so it's not uncommon for them to tower over the boys at first. Girls begin their growth spurt between the ages of 10 and 15, and boys begin to grow quickly between the ages of 12 and 15. Girls typically stop growing about 3 years after their first period, while boys continue growing throughout their teenage years. Acne. During puberty, smooth and flawless skin is sometimes replaced by acne breakouts. An overproduction of oil during puberty causes pimples to form, and it's typical for an adolescent to try to remedy the situation by picking and popping the zits. But this just causes bacteria to spread, and picking and popping pimples can also cause unsightly acne scars that are difficult to get rid of. With so many other changes going on inside and outside of the body, having to deal with acne during puberty can be emotionally draining and embarrassing for an adolescent. What's the one thing you didn't expect to happen when you went through puberty? Leave us a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the